under Merkel and Sarkozy. They want an unlimited financial bazooka that they can use at will. They just want an unlimited pile of money. And something you've talked about recently, Alex, has been...
Well, it's as Emperor Palpatine would say, unlimited power. And remember, this is a class of criminals, Aaron. Here I am interrupting because you're addressing me and bringing up these points. I want you to go back to your next one. Is that, remember, it's all a bunch of crooks like Corzine and Madoff and Ken Lay, who came up with all of this crud. It's just a bunch of crooks like, the head of Italy, Berlusconi, who just had to step down. Look at them. They're all a bunch of crooks. It's simple. They're crooks. Homeland Security is their stick-up squad, like bank robbers come in a bank. Well, these guys have an army of moron idiots that actually think they're the good guys and don't know they're working for the actual terrorist. And you can't argue with that. They put the underwear bomber on the plane. They put Al-Qaeda in charge of Libya. You people out there that won't wake up to the fact that our government is a bunch of murdering criminals are going to let these people totally take over. We're all in danger. Haven't you idiots figured this out yet? I just spilled my coffee. I'm just getting so angry now. Go ahead, Aaron. Just go ahead.
I agree, Alex. And how sad is it that all the secret police that have unfortunately been trained by elements of the U.S. government, ties back to even the Nazi regime, are now taking the moniker Homeland Security. It's just a bad sign to pass that baton of undue secret police power and then even adopt the names and share them throughout the generations. As you know, Homeland Security goes back to the Nazi regime as well. But getting back to the European financial news of the current day, it's also interesting that Bloomberg has the headline, Kissinger's favorite communist paves the way for Mario Monti to govern Italy. And it talks about the aging president, Giorgio Napolitano, largely a figurehead, who nonetheless cleared the way for the Bilderberg technocrat, looter, Mario Monti, who's totally used to be part of Goldman Sachs or related to it, like so many other important people in this system. And the other article I had next to me got into how the European Central Bank head, I think that's Draghi, is connected to Goldman Sachs, and all these other key figures, even as you have MF Global, also with Corzine, formerly head of Goldman Sachs, now kind of the canary in the coal mine for all the missing money that is yet to come. I think really paving the way for the next giant global collapse, as so many others have said on this program. But the fact that Kissinger has this favorite communist kind of gives away a lot of his past activity in Italy, where, secret police type activity repressed a lot of the legitimate government there, and many aspects of that foreign policy became a client state deal. Now it's still happening today with the same banker crew running the scene. I don't know if you're still ready to go, Alex, but the Independent has the headline, What Price the New Democracy? Goldman Sachs Conquers Europe. And it gets into what I was just talking about, how senior advisors at Goldman Sachs are in charge of the Western nation. They're bringing up there Mario Monti, and gets into what they're calling the Goldman Sachs Project in Europe, pointing out, like I said, also the European Central Bank head, also from ex-Goldman Sachs management. You've also got the former IMF Monetary Fund's European division run by a Goldman Sachs man, Antonio Borges. He just resigned, but there are others as well. It's a pretty lengthy article. We're not going to cover it all here today. But just look at the bait and switch, putting the pressure on all these European nations that they owe this debt, when in fact it was created, really a created pretext and problem set up by the banks. Somewhere from yesterday's stack, they had an article from back in August talking about why isn't Iceland more in the news, a great example of a small country that said no to the banker debt they tried to saddle them on. And they did go through some tough times, but they basically come out of it just by saying no to the banks and essentially raising the question, why aren't more of these other small European countries saying no to this fraudulent debt that has been piled on them?
So frustrated, Aaron. That's why I'm so frustrated. We are here at the crossroads now. They're bold, insanely out of control, insanely naked, hubris-filled, arrogance, chutzpah, bravada, aplomb-filled, macho, in-our-face, over-the-top, arrogant con artist move with just flagrant stealing and tyranny and classical corruption and torture and evil and treason right out in front of us. And the public, some of them are awake, but the security forces are just a bunch of treasonous miscreants. And we are going over the side of the cliff right now. We've still got time to turn back, and it's so easy just to see these crooks for who they are. If we were like the Icelanders, who are highly educated and informed on average and intellectual, they are one of the most highly educated groups in the world. I mean, America just may be a big fat hog that wants to get slaughtered. And that's what you want, folks. It's what you're going to get. I cannot impress it upon you. You do not want to stick your finger in that light socket. You do not want to jump in front of that train. You do not want to jump off that cliff. You do not want to follow the other lemmings off the edge of the cliff. Please, 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 please listen to me. The reason we're being demonized and attacked everywhere is because we're on target. We're on target. It's a Mayday situation. I'm Alex Jones. Aaron Dykes coming up. Greg Palast straight ahead. Stay with us.
With new financial dominoes falling each day, do you know who really runs this country? This is Alex Jones with a special message about the gangster economy. Folks, if you're lucky enough to have a little money set aside for a rainy day, this could be the most important message you'll ever hear. I want to tell you about an exciting new book that reveals how to keep the gangster economy from murdering your money. That's right, murdering your money. Learn about the 14 vicious dominoes of destruction set to unleash hell on earth for savers and investors. Learn the 11 ways to play gangster economy judo and win. Learn how to beat the bad guys at their own game. Learn ingenious ways to profit in the new gangster economy. To read more about this amazing new book, don't wait. Go to gangstereconomy.com. That's gangstereconomy.com. Don't let the bad guys destroy your money. Go to gangstereconomy.com. There are limitless ways to go into business for yourself, but most involve substantial capital and risk. Our InfoWarsTeam.com operation is different. We promote premium quality health, energy, and skincare products using dynamic, caring personalities and state-of-the-art media technology to spread a powerful message of health, wealth, longevity, and freedom. This low-cost business opportunity is designed for full-time or part-time, so you can work as little or as much as you'd like. It is you that defines the reward level. Whether you are seeking a few $100 extra per month or a 6 or even 7-figure annual income, it's up to you. Want to find out more? Shoot an email with InfoWars Team in the subject line to InfoWars Team Coordinator MZ and tell him a little bit about yourself. That's the initials MZ at InfoWarsTeam.com. That's MZ at InfoWarsTeam.com. I only promote products that I truly believe in, and these are phenomenal. Whatever you do, visit InfoWarsTeam.com.
What looks good under your Christmas tree and tastes even better? Big Berkey water filters. Yes, the gift of clean water. A gift that provides a great foundation for achieving good health in the lives of your loved ones. A Big Berkey water filter gives them protection from bacteria, heavy metals, chlorine, fluoride, pesticides and herbicides, VOCs and more. And best of all, a Big Berkey water filter is a gift that lasts for many years with no additional investment. And that saves time and money in filter replacements that other water filters require and are even powerful enough to purify treated, untreated, or even stagnant pond water. As always, all orders over $50 are shipped free, and GCN listeners get 5% off all ceramic filter systems. Order online at BigBerkeyWaterFilters.com, spelled Big, B-E-R-K-E-Y, waterfilters.com, or call 877-99-BERKEY. That's 877-99-BERKEY. Gift well this Christmas. Give a Big Berkey water filter.
When I think about how true all of this is coming, when I think about how right we've been and how right we're going to be about the next phases of this situation, and getting briefly into this whole Obama deception situation, the FBI visited our office a week before it was scheduled to be released and kept asking about the Obama deception. Then they were calling people on extensions before and after that, ask him about the Obama deception. I mean, I had the office manager, Tim Frigé, come in. He manages the back shipping office area, and he came up and he goes, "Yeah, the FBI is calling, asking me about Obama deception and stuff." And where they can send something, what our proper address is. And I'm like, what? Are you sure it's the FBI? So I call the number. It's the official FBI office. This was out of San Francisco. And they wouldn't tell me why the FBI was coming, just that they'd be showing up the next day. And they had a subpoena. And so then the FBI shows up with an Austin cop and won't say what it's really about, but then and then leaves. And then the other FBI agent calls back and says, "Don't talk about it. You know, there's a gag order. Read that order." And then I go on air and I say, "Well, I'm told not to talk about this, but the FBI was here talking about the Obama deception." And I said, "I'm going to go ahead and release it a couple days early because I don't know what's going on." Now, it turned out it was over somebody threatening police on my website in the comments, and later that came out in the Associated Press. I didn't even know what it was about. They wouldn't tell me. But they were using it as an excuse to ask about the Obama deception. And we'd had the site hacked and the video removed to where it said removed by a user. Anybody who has a YouTube account knows they never restore that. We raised Cain on it, and they went in and did an investigation and did it to say, yes, it was entered by someone else and erased, and they restored it. First time that's ever happened. We've had a bunch of other dirty tricks involving it. I've had Nightline come down and say, won't your film cause violence? Aren't you concerned? When the whole film is against violence. It's about Obama being a puppet. This is the type of film that would make somebody not want to attack Obama. Generally a schizophrenic type that thinks they're Jesus and he's the devil. I've had schizophrenics like that on me before. They're Christ, I'm the devil, I've got to die. It's some type of archetype, and that's what they allege this guy was doing. And now I've seen videos of him. Yeah, totally crazy. And a year ago at some party, he watched the Obama deception. I've read his material. It's all about or seen his video. It's all about how Obama's the devil and he's Christ and he's Jesus and he's going to get him. If you even believe that, Obama wasn't even there when it happened. It might be a false flag. I don't know. They love to blame stuff on crazy people because they can't talk straight. The issue is that they've done this now dozens and dozens of times, connecting anything to me. If somebody falls and slips, and they blame it on me. I mean, I'm like a banana peel or something. And it's because they're scared of us. We know we're on the White House enemies list that came out a few years ago. And it just shows how scared they are of the truth. And I've seen all these people on our YouTube channel saying, yay, I agree with Alex. Let's get Obama. Rest in peace, Obama. With clear spam accounts, probably Democratic operatives, just to associate violence with that particular 9.5 million viewed one, which is really scaring the establishment. I'm going to come back with MF Global with Greg Palast. Huge developments on that front, and Aaron will be back with us in the third hour. In fact, he'll be riding shotgun with Palast off and on. But what's your comments on this whole Obama deception situation, Aaron?
Well, I'm flabbergasted, but of course, again, it's about who is behind the throne, and we know who that are. It's not vague, it's specific. It's Council on Foreign Relations, Bilderbergers, and others who are part of this New World Order conspiracy. That's what the film is really about. And that's the focus of it.
And they don't like that. They don't like it because people think they're going to hear about Obama, and they actually find out about the New World Order. Get it out to everybody. They're scared of this stuff. It's like...
This is GCN, the Genesis Communications Radio Network.
A very wealthy U.S. citizen is predicting that in 2011, we will witness the most important day in America in more than 50 years. He says it will change everything about our lives. The way you shop, travel, invest, educate your children, and even how you take care of your health and your own family. Now, this man has made some outrageous predictions over the years. The crazy part is, he's usually right. You see, he predicted the collapse of GM, Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac, and America's biggest mall owner, General Growth Properties. In fact, Barron's called his work a dire prophecy. Recently, he created a video, which you can watch online for free, detailing his biggest and most important prediction yet. And it's a real eye-opener. I can't stress this enough. You should at least watch this free video online today. He explains everything you need to know, including simple steps you can take to protect yourself. You can find the video at www.endofamerica3.com. That's endofamerica, the number 3.com. Watch the free video at www.endofamerica3.com. That's endofamerica3.com.
Waging war on corruption. Alex Jones on the GCN Radio Network.